Hello, welcome back to our TCAP commentary. Today we're gonna look at Stephen Buchanan from HVP. I've seen this guy before, but I've actually received requests to watch him again. Which, if you're aware, I do like remasters, but this is the first time I've genuinely received messages from people telling me to watch him again. And it's very interesting because I know recently, like, this video has gotten like a resurgence of people watching it. So, I see the comments coming in. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do this one again. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get started. We're not gonna do too many antics. But anyway, if you like TCAP, check out the channel. I have a lot of videos like this. And yeah, let's just get right into this, right?
Stephen Buchanan could have been one of the most dangerous predators to surface in our investigation in Fairfield, Connecticut. We knew from our research before he arrived at our sting house that he had access to guns. We took precautions, but as you're about to see, Buchanan was cagey.
Already to butt in from the very beginning. I won't be so intrusive, but I think that's one of the worst entries or like promos that Chris has ever done for one of these Hansen vs. Predator ones. But yeah. Quick thing. He was cagey.
I'm sorry, don't come any further, please. I'm just so freaked out about the whole gun thing after today.
Stay right there.
My cousin was in Newtown, and...
Oh, Raw Knight. If you're not familiar, Raw Knight and I have such an amazing relationship, right? He loves me and I love him. You know what I mean? Or it's vice versa. Maybe I hate him, maybe he hates me, right? I have no clue. Never met the guy. But anyway, we have Raw Knight, of course, being super close. And, like, this, like, very cartoon-esque stance when trying to, I guess, monitor or observe this conversation that's going down, right? Because if you weren't paying attention, Chris Hansen did say that Steve Buchanan is a licensed gun carry or licensed to carry a gun, right? And they're trying to make sure that he doesn't have a gun because there's police officers here. It's also an investigation, right? They don't want anyone to be so like aggressive or even just like pull out a weapon. You know what I mean?
I'm just really scared. Can you just like prove to me right now that you don't have a gun? You turn around. It's not in your sweatshirt, you swear?
You swear.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
No, I trust me, I understand.
Okay. Do you want to come in?
You want to go?
You want to go?
Just like come in and we can chat for a little bit. I feel really weird about just like piecing it out of here right now.
I can come right there and chat. I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
No, I mean, right here.
You don't want to come in?
No.
It's so great to meet you.
Why?
I've never done this before.
Sure.
Makes me feel a little...
First of all, he said true there, if you could hear, the what he's actually saying, not just reading the subtitles. But this intro is very special because this is like one of the first times, that this kind of like standstill has happened involving a weapon. But I know he doesn't have a weapon, but no, never mind. I'm lying. This is not one of the first times that they had a standstill like this. There was that one guy that refused to enter the house in Petaluma Beach, that beach house. That guy didn't want to show up. Not the one that like where they actually sat at the beach. It was where generic white male Michael Willis was at that house in particular, right? That guy did not want to come in, and I will look at him next. By the way, that is why I'm remembering him because I know that's who I want to watch next. I forgot his name. I think his name is like Jerry or something, but I do want to review him. And anyway, back to the matter at hand. He does not want to come in, and it'll be a lot clearer why that is the case a little later on. But I just want to point it out for now.
Do you like want water or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm nervous?
Oh, I'm nervous too.
You sure you don't want to come in? It's raining. I feel so bad.
It's alright.
What do you want to do?
I'll show you how Fairfield.
Just like...
Fairfield, Westport. You got some food if you want.
Like what?
I don't know, what do you like?
I don't know, I just ate not that long ago. I'm not like that hungry.
You want me to show you around?
I feel so weird about anything. I'm sure you don't want to come in.
Not yet. I think we should just get to know each other and then go from there. You know?
It's so scary.
My God. You know, first we want to get to know each other, and then we'll go from there. As I'm watching this actively, genuinely, I am remembering what feelings I had when I first watched this. And it's the genuine feeling that if she would have actually left the house, I don't think she would have came back. Truthfully. Because, I won't spoil it, but essentially, Steven wants to get her out of the house. He does not want to be here. He does not want to leave evidence. You know what I mean? And a lot of people put, you know, they mention this because I think it's genuinely true. I truly think that he really did not want to even leave a trace that he was there. You know what I mean? And like I said, if she would have gone with him, right? If this was not an investigation, I don't think she would have came back, realistically.
Just be driving around, you know?
It's up to you.
I don't think I can.
Like I said, I don't have nothing on me.
Yeah, I trust you.
You know? What about this? I have an umbrella. No, I'm serious. I have an umbrella, but I'll go for a walk.
But I don't. Someone might see us though.
It's just a
I
walk.
mean, someone might be like watching us right now.
It's a walk. That's it. Up and down this lighted road.
But
that's
like
it.
walking in the rain at night, people don't do that.
I saw like 10 people walking already.
Really?
One guy was running. It's not pouring out. It's like not even a drizzle.
Not even a drizzle. I do like that line, but man, this is like it's really bad. It really is, because, you know, just picture what could have genuinely went down if she would have left. You know what I mean? I understand. Yes, she probably would have gotten assaulted or whatever. Or more importantly, I think killed, truthfully. I think this guy was truly ready to commit more than just, you know, a one crime. He was really willing to go the full mile and just like completely go overboard. And it is great to see that he got caught. It really is, because I truly think this guy was out there to commit some really crazy things this night, and I think he was ready. And just to even, like, he's trying to get her out of the house just so that barrier is broken. You know what I mean? Because it's like once you're over that, you know, that barrier or that like fence, essentially, it'll be a lot easier to go forward. It's like, hey, you know, we just went on a little walk. How about we just go get something to eat real quick? You know what I mean? It wouldn't, like, why would y'all go back to the house? So
I'll show you the umbrella. It's a
real calculated is what I'm trying to say. Jeez.
big ass scalp
I believe
umbrella.
you have an umbrella, yeah.
That's it. You know, this way, if you get used to each other, if you don't like it, you go home and I'll leave.
Can you just stay here? I have food, we can just hang out, and like watch a movie.
What about going to the movies?
See?
No, like I'm pretty
Yeah, this was so bad. Like, look at this. It's so scary, realistically. Like, he is so adamant and so driven to get her out of the house. You know what I mean? I don't know what the arrangement was, you know, when they got here. You know, maybe they did arrange to go out to eat somewhere. They did manage to, like, you know, arrange to go out to the movies or whatever. But that is so unlikely. I feel like it wasn't in the plan. You know what I mean? He went from, you know, going out for a little drive to go out to eat to wanting to go out to drive for the movies. And then I think later on he changes up and even says something else. Like, it is very forceful and so, you know, it's so stubborn to be like, hey, you gotta leave the house. And Jesus.
pretty sure some of my friends are going tonight, and if we ran into them, that would be
Not
the
Fairfield.
worst thing. Where?
Trumbull?
I don't think so. I'd rather just stay here. I want to hang out with you, but like, I'm just so scared.
Why?
Why?
This is crazy.
No, not even the whole, like, you know, it never done this part. Like, what do you mean, why? Truthfully, Steve Buchanan is a very creepy character. You know, him, you know, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This video is, like, not structured well at all. But, man, like, come on, Steve, you gotta be a little bit self-aware. But to be honest, I don't think he is at all. He is a lot creepier than I think he understands he is. Even just being here out, like, outside, like, it really looks like you're letting in like a boogeyman, which truthfully that is the case. But it's like pitch black outside, and then just this guy smiling, you know, looking at you from the darkness. Like, it is a sight to see. It is crazy. I'm just glad he got caught, at least this one time. I don't know if he did this again or whatever, but hopefully not.
I've never done anything like this.
I understand.
What do you want to do?
Have you ever driven a car before?
Thank God.
What if I took you to my exit parking lot and tell you to drive?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Would you like that?
I don't know. What if I crash your car though?
It's a parking lot. There's gonna be nothing
guy,
there.
You don't know me. I'm pretty clumsy. It could happen.
You're gonna put your trust in me to come with me. I want to put my trust in my car, in you. All right?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Like,
I really don't think I can leave. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I like came all the way over.
okay.
Speaking of good
You know, that would have been the really interesting part to see what would have happened next. I know I didn't speak much, or I spoke too much in the intro, but it's something that I have to get out of the way. It's like the whole really, you know, persistent get out of the house mentality that Steven has. And after she said no essentially for the last time, or at least what seemed to be like the last time, I wonder what he would have done. I don't want to just be weird and be like, yeah, he definitely would have just snatched her out of the house, because I don't think that could have gone down realistically. I feel like it would have been too sloppy for him to do, because I feel like he wanted to do this like super calculated. You know what I mean? I feel like if he would have just like attacked this girl, it would have been out of his plans. So I don't think he would have done it genuinely. But at the same time, like, you know, as deprived as a man could be, when it comes to these investigations, right? It is possible. It truly is possible. And, you know, we will never know what would have happened if Chris was not here.
I need to talk to you for a minute. Please come in. Come on in. Why don't you take a seat right over there? Please take your hands out of your pockets. Quit, sir.
I want to see something real quick.
Why don't you take a seat right over there?
Yeah, I think that is a gun, but I'm not sure. But that's not where his holster was. That's the thing. I want to see what genuinely is on his like waist. I'm sorry for this.
Take a seat right over there.
It's like a glint that shows up here in a second. I don't know. Look, as much as I like to make fun of Raw Knight, truthfully in this situation, I'm so grateful he's here. Because truthfully, a presence like Raw Knight was needed here, and I will give him his flowers in this one instance at least, because showing that there is someone, at least, you know, someone else in this house. I feel like Steven knows like essentially what is going down. It's not a single person thing. There's other people in his house, and if you try to do something, you know, you will definitely get hurt. You know what I mean? And I'm glad he's here. Like, he's actually comforting in this situation. You know what I mean? Because Steven, whew, what a person, man.
Please take your hands out of your pockets. Quit, sir. What was on the agenda tonight?
I was just gonna take her out and show her around.
Take her out and show her around where?
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
That's it.
And what exactly were you going to show her?
The beach, sites to go to.
At night.
Places to not go to.
A beach at night, that is crazy. I mean, it is possible, but come on, man. That is so ridiculous. You know, places to go, places not to go. I mean, maybe it would have happened, but at the end of that, I don't think the girl would have been safe at all. But it is, like, I hate it when these guys say that. You know, they were just going to show her around town, or they were just going to, like, do something simple. You know, it's excuses that we've heard so many times, and it is honestly tiring, but let's just continue.
Like Bridgeport, PT Barnum.
So you're the welcome wagon here in
Welcome
Fairfield.
wagon.
You're just going to do a favor for a 13-year-old girl.
Well, what happened was,
Okay.
when my cousin came,
Right.
I think that's a badge.
she did the same thing
When your cousin came, she did the same thing. What do you mean?
with this.
She invited
an older person.
an older
to show
person
her
came
around.
Yeah. And showed your 13-year-old around town. And what happened in that case?
Around
She
town.
got assaulted.
She got assaulted.
And I was in the army. And I don't like people doing that. I didn't want to make
So let me get this straight. You had a cousin who was 13 who moved to town here.
Stratford.
Okay, so I know he says he's been in the army, and the discussion about his like serving time, like his what is it called, servitude. I don't know. I don't think that's actually it, but you know what I mean. His time serving in the military. He says army, and then he says National Guard. I know I insulted the National Guard so hard last time around, but I'm not gonna retract those statements I did. But the discussion of him being also in the army is something that I didn't consider because I think he was. I'm not sure though, but I think he was. But I know in the National Guard he said that he was a truck driver, which is why I kind of bullied him. Like he saw combat with the boxes, in the back. But it's just something.
Yes.
Right down the road.
Right down the
Yes.
road.
And she was contacted by an adult
Adult.
who picked her up and sexually assaulted her.
Not sexually assaulted her, but was
Just beat her
on
up?
her hands and stuff like that, and she got scared.
And she told you about this.
Yes.
And you decided, because you're former military and still in the National Guard, right?
Yes.
That you were going to come over and show this 13-year-old girl
Around town.
so she'd be safe.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so at least from an understanding of what Chris is saying, that Stephen Buchanan was in the army and now he's in the National Guard, and that's what I'll take at face value. That is what I think happened.
And you want me to buy that?
Buy
I'm
that.
telling you the truth, sir.
Buchanan says he showed up because he had a 13-year-old girl cousin who was molested by a man she met online, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to our young decoy. But the logs of his chat tell a much different story.
And so what is all this talk back and forth?
Okay, I keep interrupting. I feel like I'm just ruining the video. I'm so sorry, but I have a lot of things to say, and I'll try to be super quick. So, first of all, this is my second time trying to record this because my first time around, I was so distraught at the idea of seeing this guy again. Like, he weirded me out so much that I had nothing to say. Second thing is I don't remember a single thing from his chat log. I've never read it out, and I don't think they are out there. But yeah, and then the whole cousin thing, that could be a lie. I don't know, but we'll just have to take it at face value.
Between you and a girl you think
At face
is
value.
13. You know you're going to shower with me.
Oh,
Thursday night.
buddy.
What night is this?
Thursday night.
I'm gonna pick you up and put you against the shower wall.
Oh my god, that is so cringe.
Then I'm going to have you ride me, babe, as my hand grabs your
Ass.
ass and I blank your blanks.
Oh my god. As I blank your blanks. It's so good. It's funny, but it's not at the same time. Humor me, you know what I mean? I want to, as I grab your ass. It's so good. But also so bad, I mean? This is so nasty. Don't get me wrong.
You ride me, babe, as
Ride
my
me,
hand
babe.
grabs your ass and I blank your blanks.
Blank your blanks. What could fit in the blank your blanks? What is blanks? Anyway, I feel like this is how I would if I were to ever be in a I'm trying to flirt. This is probably what I'll sound like. I'm just so what do you call it, damaged by these videos that's how my flirting is gonna sound like, right? Look, I'm gonna grab your ass and I'm gonna blank your blanks. You know what I mean? That's how I'll do it, right? That's what's gonna happen, right?
Did you send her any pictures of yourself?
Any blanks?
Then you talk about actually having sex with her and Skyping it to an ex-boyfriend.
Ew. That is so
Now
cringy.
that doesn't exactly back up your story about being the protector of Fairfield County, Connecticut. does it?
The hero of Fairfield, Connecticut.
I'm listening.
No, sir.
But what am I to make of this?
I do not know.
There's a horrible lapse in judgment.
A horrible lapse in
Lapse in
judgment.
judgment.
How
What?
old are you?
27.
27.
27.
And what do you do for a living?
Balding at 27.
I work for Cablevision.
Cablevision. And what do you do for Cablevision?
I'm a maintenance
Cable
worker.
You're a maintenance worker. And what did you do in the National Guard?
I was a truck driver.
Truck driver.
Okay,
And you
see?
were in the military before that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Help me to understand what it was that really brought you here tonight. I mean, explain it to me.
I feel like every time, Chris asks that question so many times, it's getting so redundant because he always gets the same answer too. But I genuinely think that Chris is looking for a different type of answer, not oh, I don't know, right? Or what brought you here tonight? The thought of maybe blanking somebody, right? Something dumb. But I genuinely think he's trying to find like a philosophical answer to his question, like, what drove you here tonight? Like, oh, just, there was just this voice in my head telling me to go or something like that, or what compelled me. I mean, I feel like that's what he's genuinely looking for, but I don't think he doesn't realize that no one's gonna ever answer his answer. I mean, no one's gonna ever answer his question with an answer he is satisfied with, because it's all the same answer. It's I don't know what what went wrong, what went bad in my head or something. I don't know. I'm a bad guy.
I haven't been the same since
Nam.
when I deployed to Iraq.
Iraq. It's tough stuff over there.
I haven't been the same.
Where were you in Iraq?
Iraq.
Mosul, Camp Merez.
You saw action.
Action.
Yes, sir.
How did that impact you?
Terribly.
Did you get help for it?
I tried, but with the VA situation, they just weren't helpful. And
I don't know what he means by VA situation. I don't know, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But one thing that I just want to make clear, because some people did come at me when I first made this, like being offended that I'm like insulting or making fun of veterans. I'm not. This is completely different. I understand he is a veteran, so it like applies to him and maybe others, but I don't mean it that way. But I mean, to think that seeing action, and let's say that is true, makes you this messed up to do something like this. Like, no, I don't think that has ever genuinely happened, where someone is like blaming and like it actually is caused by some form of action or like some trauma from being in the army. It's so ridiculous, and I truly think it's a slap in the face for like veterans that are having other mental issues and are being truthful, because I truly think he's lying. Like, I'll just keep it a buck. I think he's lying and trying to use it as an excuse. But because I think I heard like cases or like things that were saying that Steven never saw combat, or he was never around anything like that, or that he was a super weird person before the army, or something along the lines like that. But blaming his service in the army, this on his service on the army is super ridiculous, and I just cannot believe that he has stooped that low to blame his service, when he's doing something this bad.
I thought I could just
Write it out.
Write it out.
Was it PTSD?
It's just, I don't know. I
Bipolar
do have problems sleeping at night.
I do too.
That's very common.
I do too. So what? What I mean? I'm not gonna like start messaging minors online, right? Like, yes, you have trouble sleeping. Like, some of us do. I mean, I know it might be different, but at the same time, like, that is genuinely your only excuse, of being so, destroyed or broken by serving, that your only symptom, or I guess thing that was going wrong with you, is not being able to sleep. I know he does say some other things, but it's just, man, I think it's all bullshit. I'll just keep it a buck. I mean, I just think it's all bullshit. I don't know.
And
I get that.
I have problems sleeping at night. I have problems
Waking up in the morning. Waking up when I do
go to
sleep. I do that too.
And when I do sleep and I wake up in the middle of the night, I have problems going back to sleep.
Yes, I do
It's
too.
just- I try to talk to people about it.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm making fun of veterans. I'm not. Please, for the love of God, please just stop. I'm not. That is just ridiculous, and it honestly just so desensitized. Not desensitized, but like what's it called? Insensitive to think that I just don't care about veterans. Like, that's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about that. But you talk to people about not being able to sleep. Wow, what I mean? It's, come on.
And they always just tell me, suck it up.
Suck it up.
While Buchanan said that he suffered PTSD because of his service in Iraq, somehow he was able to hold down a job at a local cable company and even be on a list for employment as a police officer in Connecticut.
Yeah, then there's that. Like, come on, genuinely. There are some veterans that cannot function in society anymore and have suffered a lot, that can't hold down a job. that can't find a job in like even just public service. I know a lot of veterans, they like to go to like police, they like to go to fireman work, maybe even nursing and medical. And honestly, I think that is the best place they could be. I genuinely think that they are the most happiest there because they are with a team. And I feel like, and I've heard it from veterans, online that say that it's comforting and it's like a system that they already know when they join a fireman, group, or they join the, police force. And, for him being able to be so qualified and so okay to be able to do that, it just shows that he has nothing wrong with him and it's all just a ruse. Being able to hold down a job for that long too. I think, what do you say, 3 years? I'm not sure, but it's all BS. Come on, man, it's ridiculous.
I've never been to war, so I can't pass judgment on PTSD or any long-lasting effects. I can't. But I still have a difficult time connecting that
with this, yes,
to trying to
hook up with a minor,
sexually solicit a 13-year-old girl.
I was never like this.
But what about the PTSD? I know people get depressed. I know people have drug and alcohol problems. You read about it all the time. You see it. But that doesn't mean it's okay for you to go try to solicit sex from a 13-year-old girl. You understand my logic?
I understand.
Yes.
So help me to make the link here.
One thing I want to say, Rod Knight just creeping in the corner is so funny. Like, he's so funny just here, just chilling, like, just staring, right? So good.
Something just goes off and
clicked in my head. That's called a thought, by the way. That's called a thought if you aren't aware. I'm just being funny, but yeah, for him, he reminds me of what's his name? He's one of my favorites too. Oh, what's his name? Vincent Ambrosio. Reminds me so much of him because Vincent Ambrosio, if you haven't seen him or you don't know who that is, he blames this exact same situation on depression and being like under medication and never having any confidence in life and always being a mess up. Stephen Buchanan is kind of doing the same thing. Oh, the PTSD has ruined me. I'm depressed. I can't sleep. I can't function. So now I have to resort to messaging little kids online, and it's so ridiculous. Come on, man. It's so ridiculous. And the other second, I'm not. I'm not fine.
Having different thoughts and stuff like that.
I do that too, by the way. Guys, let me tell you about what thinking is. Sometimes I have a thought 1 second, and the other second it might be a different thought. Who knows, right? God, the trouble that I go through in my day-to-day life, right?
Did you have these thoughts before you were in Iraq?
No.
Iraq?
Never.
And how many times have you done this?
Never.
Honestly?
You want the honest truth?
Honestly.
It's my first.
Your first time?
First time. Honestly.
The problem with that, Stephen, is that you surfaced talking in a very similar way to a girl named Brittany. Posing as a 13-year-old.
God, Brittany. Yeah, Brittany's lining these guys up, If you aren't aware, Brittany also messaged John Dupay and maybe another person, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, too.
Yes, I understand.
I understand.
So
that.
you just lied to me.
No,
we have Bailey and we have Brittany.
Bailey.
This is Bailey tonight.
This is my first time doing it on a chat site.
No, but I have you talking.
Yes, I understand. I'm saying all together. First time on a chat site like this.
So these two girls were the first time.
Right.
And you decided to come visit Bailey tonight.
Bailey. And Brittany tomorrow.
Did you bring condoms?
No, I did not.
Nope.
But
I thought he did. Don't care about that. To think that he is, I understand what he's saying, that it could be his first time. I don't think it is, realistically. I truly think that this guy has been a creep for a while. But I feel like what he's trying to say is, like, essentially this is his first time he's ever tried messaging people like this. And I feel like, I almost said John, what the hell? Chris Hansen didn't catch on to what he's saying, but how could you when it's all just kind of like BS, just spewing out of his mouth and stuff?
Your intent seems pretty clear from this discussion you had.
Yes, but then I told her afterwards, after I thought about it again, I told her we weren't going to do nothing tonight.
You went from whisper to kick to your cell phone.
Ooh, Kick.
Yep.
Is it Kick from like a couple of years ago? Because I used to be on that. I mean, when I was in middle school, I think. God, at least that. I don't think that app is still around anymore because I think it was like it like got shut down or like it wasn't sustainable or whatever. I'm glad that's gone. Realistically, a lot of bad things happen on that app, to be honest. But yeah, I used to be on that. You know, back when I was in middle school, even elementary. I think like it's been a while.
That's a long time.
Yep.
A lot of effort.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I did tell her that I had, after I was thinking, I had no intentions, just showing her around.
Showing around.
Around town.
But that
Shows
is not indicated in the text.
It should be.
Okay.
Your intent is...
Pretty clear.
Can I show you on...
I don't want you to reach in your pocket.
Can you reach in?
What pocket is it? Go ahead, pull it out.
And...
Good, please have something.
I honestly think that Chris should, like, I feel like they probably advised him or they at least, like, briefed him a little bit or even just hit knowledge on his own because, to be honest, Chris Hansen is smarter than he is, and I'm sure a lot of people know that. I don't have to tell you that Chris Hansen is an educated man, but never reach into someone's pockets, especially in a situation like this, right? I don't think that he has, like, plutonium, right? There's something, the return of plutonium, man. Oh, banger from back in the day, right? Maybe he has a plutonium syringe, right? And he gets stuck and then he has plutonium, right? In his veins or anything, right? But, just don't reach into anyone's pockets, especially when they're suspect. Yeah, I mean, I have seen it often where people pull out, like, needles, syringes, a lot of things, oranges. Shout out to Eminem for that, by the way. What happened? Peach, pear, plum, syringes.
I said, let's just hang out later. No hooking up whatsoever.
I know, but you know what that sounds like to me?
Sounds
like somebody who's trying to
cover
create
themselves.
Some kind of a plausible excuse.
Easily.
After all the other graphic conversations you had with her. And at the end of the day, you showed up.
Yep.
After circling the house,
I understand.
You circled the house, you pulled in the driveway, you pulled out, you wanted her to get in the car with you, not even having met. That's a little creepy, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, it is creepy. Truthfully, I genuinely think that's one of the most creepiest interactions that I remember seeing. And mainly because of how much of a threat Steven was to the decoy. Nervous Nelly, I'm glad to see her again. We haven't seen her in a little bit. I mean, actually, no, I'm lying. We did John Dupay someone recently, like, what, two months ago? Or something like that. Anyway, yes, who could maybe come close? I have to sit here and kind of, think and think and think. Maybe someone would be like Kevin Westerbeck, someone who like a past criminal record that would be okay with doing something like this again and have it their own way, forcefully. So,
And I did not bring any condoms with me.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, really.
That does not mean a sin.
What else did you bring?
That does not mean a single thing, and I've said it so many times.
Nothing.
Just yourself?
Yes.
While Buchanan told me he didn't bring condoms, police later found them in his car.
Oh my God.
With a loaded handgun, duct tape, and a camera. Think about that.
You see?
That is what I'm talking about right there. That is incredibly crazy and creepy and dangerous. Like, think about it. A fully loaded handgun, which I understand he is a licensed carry. He does have a license to carry. And he explains it off by saying that he essentially, like, he had it on him and then he put it away, which that can explain why it was in the trunk or whatever, where they found it at. But the duct tape, the camera, and condoms, that is not a good picture, especially with the gun attached to that. That is not a good sight, and it's not a good look at all. And it honestly just helps the claim, that I've been saying and that Chris has been saying, that this guy is creepy and he could have definitely been super dangerous.
How this looks, right?
Yes, I know.
So what do you think should happen?
Bring me down.
Kill me.
Station.
Okay. Well, there's something else that you need to know.
No.
I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation.
The look on
called
Stephen
Hansen versus
Buchanan's
Predator.
face. Sorry, I talked over.
Well, there's something else that you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
Yes, I understand.
Is there anything else you want people to know about your situation tonight?
Don't do what I
Also,
did.
wait a minute. I just realized something. Does he have 2 watches on his wrist? I think that other one's a necklace. I think this might be a necklace, but it looks like a Fitbit as well. I don't have one, but still, though.
Don't do what I did.
Don't do what I did.
did.
And you're going to try to get some help?
Yes.
And I have your word on that.
I'll shake your hand.
Ew, I would not shake this guy's hand. Like, genuinely, Stephen Buchanan is, to me, a slimy guy. And I don't have to explain why.
All right, Stephen, you're free to go.
We're free to go. Get out of here. Get out of my
I hope
sight.
you get the help.
Ron sighted.
You sir. Thank you very much.
Ew.
Go ahead, grab your phone.
Get out of here.
You can go out the door right there.
Police department or from police.
Wait a minute! I just remembered something. This guy cries. Oh my god! Look, men can cry. That's one thing. When predators cry, oh my god, it's even better. You know what I mean? It's so good when they cry.
What else do you have in your pocket?
Some Adidas, I think, or Vans. They look like Vans too. I don't know.
Where's your car, Steve?
Where's your car, Steve?
Kind of running.
Steve.
Okay, sit down and slide across the other seat. Passenger side.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Slide across the other seat. Where's your car, Steve?
Where's your car, Steve?
Right up front. Up front. Kind of running. Okay, sit down and slide across.
Never mind. I thought I had a raw night sighting. It was a false alarm, guys. No weekend.
We're gonna talk.
Just shoot me.
Explain some things to me and get some information from you. Step by step, okay? Okay?
Oh man.
It's dirty here.
I do have my permit already.
You have your permit?
My
already?
permit
Is
on
a
this.
Is a weapon in the car?
Yes. It's in the,
Hey guys, where is it?
it's in the trunk and it's over there.
He's got his weapons are in the trunk. Well, if you're gonna get bonded out, I would imagine someone's gonna have to come down and help with that process.
I remember this beefy ass dude, man, driving this car, man. You know, his biceps bursting out of his shirt, his like chest bursting out of his vest, right? It's so good. This guy, whoever you are, man, shout out to your arms.
That's right. So there's gonna be someone who need
Like, look at this. Weak, strong. You see what I mean? They probably both have more muscle than me. Let's be
So
honest.
doesn't make a decision now, but just start thinking about it. Okay? All right?
Yo, I kind of have his cry down. That's how I should start crying from now on, man.
It's part of the deal, dude.
This guy's handsome. Okay, I have to relax, right? I have to control my emotions right now, right?
Go out this door.
This guy's married.
It's part of
He has a lucky wife or husband. Who cares? But yeah, he has a wedding band, I think. Over here hitting on people that are married, man. Such on brand, you know what I mean? For me, I guess. I don't know.
Walk up this ramp. There's a detention area to the left. That's where we're gonna go. Okay. All right, Steven, trying to keep it together.
Try not to cry. One more for the slammer.
Anything weapons, offense, or charges and may remain silent. Anything you say or statements you make may be used against you.
Steve, I'd like to talk to you some more.
That's a detective.
Upstairs. Just do me a favor.
Wait a minute. Is that the guy that we just saw in the car?
Sign there. Basically, it's saying that you're waiving your rights and you're willing to speak to us about what happened tonight. When you say, you were talking about doing things that took it to
Sexual.
to a different sexual.
Sexual.
So, when you say sexual, just give me an idea of what some of those sexual things. What does that mean?
Oral sex.
Oh, okay, stop. One thing I do have to say, by the way, I understand some people have recommended me, while recommending me this, they told me that I should watch the what is the website? Not the True Crime, the Crime Watch Daily version. I can't watch those. It'll get copyright claimed. And truthfully, I try to keep them, like, I am fearful. I know a copyright claim is not super duper bad, but they take all the monetary things, right? And, like, I feel like at the time that I put in, I feel like, I shouldn't be, like, just throwing it to them. But then also, I feel like these companies, or these, I won't speak bad on them, but when you make videos on their content, I feel like they'll keep a very, like, strong eye on you. You know what I mean? Not to bring Casey into this or anything, right? But I feel like it's just, you're playing with fire when it comes to, like, trying to mess with these, like, big corporations. So I just truthfully do not want to get close to that at all. And I'm just being truthful. I mean, it, like, when I post these videos, right, like, they don't get fully monetized, but they do, like, give me a little bit of change. You know what I mean? And with me going to school, it'll just help. You know what I mean? Maybe get a snack or something along the way, right? But
penetration. What kind of penetration?
Vaginal.
Ew.
Showering.
Ew. I forgot to mention the thing that's happening right in front of me, but I respect him for being truthful, but I just hate hearing it. You know what I mean? You hate hearing these type of things being spoken out. You know what I mean? A lot of these things just aren't discussed. You know what I mean? You just can't just say, oh, I had vaginal sex with my woman, right? Like, you just can't say that. It's very strange to say that. You know what I mean? But hearing it in this context is even worse.
Kissing and all that stuff. Everything that comes with kissing.
And you indicated that you want to do these things with her.
Right, to blank her blanks.
In the event that you got to see and meet her.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ew.
I was refusing to come into the house, and I had no problem talking to her out, with me being outside and her being inside.
Okay.
I had no problem with that.
Okay.
But I was refusing to come into the house.
You're nervous about going inside?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that just because it was a house that you didn't know? You were worried about going?
Yes, sir.
Is it that simple? You were
Yes,
worried
sir.
about that? At the moment that you were taken into custody.
I think I'm pointing that out in the very first time I watched this, but I feel like that detective, I don't know his name, boiled down the situation of him not going into the house to be a simple, just unknown territory. Because I feel like if he would have wanted to build a case against, the charges that he was being hit with, I feel like he would have definitely been able to build up a case saying that, oh, he didn't want to go into the house because he was, he felt it was wrong, or he was, his mind was telling him not to do it, you know what I mean? He just didn't want to break that barrier, you know what I mean? But with him saying that the only reason why he didn't enter the house is because it was a new environment, very smart from the detective to, have that as a card to play if a court case, or like a case was ever built for this charge.
You were very open and honest about letting us know that you had your gun in the car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Why would you have brought that with you? Is that just do you
I always carry it? I always carry it after, the Marines being shot and everything with ISIS and, threats to military people and whatnot. So I always carry it. But I had it on me, on my waist. I think you guys probably found the holster for it. And so I had to decide.
I believe, I'm not aware if this law is like across all the states, because like I realize that states have very weird like laws in their own states, and some of them don't apply in other states. I believe that if Steve Buchanan would have been caught with the gun not in a holster, I believe there would have been a wrongful carry, like a improper carry charge. Is that like a thing? I know there is like an actual thing like that you have to carry this gun something like in something like a holster, and I feel like he definitely would have been able to catch another case or another charge if he wasn't, carrying it with a holster.
I decided to just keep it in the car, not go up there, because I thought.
So you originally did have it on your waist?
Was the gun in the holster?
No, I had taken it out, and I had it was loaded. It was, cocked and ready, and so I had taken the mag out. Uncocked it, put the bullet back in the mag, and just put the mag back in.
Oh, so.
And so it wasn't charged or cocked, and I just put it into the bag.
And where did you do that?
I was staying at the park down the street.
Oh, right down the street?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Is that when you had gotten out to walk up by the house? You did that?
In addition to the gun and the holster and the knife, there was also other things in the car that we found.
Like what?
Do you know what those things could be?
A condom box.
Yeah, we found condoms in the car. Yeah, that's part of what we found. Yeah.
Jesus.
I think a box with like 2 extra rounds because my clip only holds 9.
Okay.
It's not a good gun if it only holds 9.
Okay. How about a camera?
Yes, I keep that in there.
If you were me sitting in this chair, knowing that you did eventually show up at this location in Fairfield that you talked about with this person, and you had talked about doing a variety of things with this person before meeting them.
Yes, sir.
And inside your car, in the same bag, we find the condoms, the gun, and a camera. And if you were sitting in my seat, if you were sitting in my seat, how would you? I mean, can you see how?
Yes. No. If I had put myself in your seat, I see how bad it looks for me, and I just imagine what you're thinking about the type of person I am and everything like that, and whether or not, the stuff that I'm telling you is true or stuff that I'm telling you is false. I completely understand.
That was a very weird interaction because Stephen Buchanan just essentially explained what being a detective is like. You know what I mean? But he genuinely just asked him how do you feel about the things that we found in your truck? You know what I mean? And maybe I zoned out a little bit. I'll just keep it a buck. I think I zoned out a little bit when he explained, right? I think he did say that it does look bad, which it does. It's not a good look, and especially when it comes to meeting someone like that and committing a crime. You know what I mean? When a potential kidnapping could have gone down, realistically, just straight up, it could have gone down.
How it works and everything.
I mean, I know this isn't an easy situation for you, and we're not trying to make it harder. But at the end of the day, Stephen,
I know excuse my language, but I fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's part of it, and acknowledging that is a big step. It's not easy to do. A lot of people will deny to the very end, but that's not going to help.
No,
wait, is that Detective Kelly?
Right from the very beginning, that I fucked up, and
Buchanan served 3 years of a suspended.
Sorry, is that Detective Kelly? It sounds like him, but I don't think I remember his physique being like this. I think he was a little bit bigger. I was thinking maybe this is him, but I feel like he's too big for Kelly. And if you're not aware, Detective Kelly is my favorite detective. We watched him with the Jeff Sokol interrogation, right? The guy with the red plaid shirt. If you want to watch that episode, right? It's called Creep. Caught red-handed, thinks he's smarter than the police or whatever, right? Really good video. I honestly recommend watching that if you want to hear more from me. It is a really, really good video. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know if you know if either of these two is Kelly, or maybe someone else is Kelly, right? Maybe you can tell me, because I've always been curious about what he looks like. Because I think Kelly was more blonde. You know what I mean?
Acknowledging that is a big step. It's not easy to do. A lot of people will deny to the very end, but that's not going to help.
No, I admitted it right from the very beginning that I fucked up, and
yeah.
Buchanan served 3 years of a suspended 8-year sentence. He had to register as a sex offender for 10 years. As far as we know, he is not reoffended.
Interesting. But yeah, it would have been fun if we could watch the Crime Watch Daily ones, but again, I just do not want to mess with big entities like that. I don't want to push it, right? Me just having some of the takedown with Chris Hansen is already playing with fire, because those videos are not on YouTube anymore, but I still have them on my channel, and hopefully they don't come get me. They never have. They've never claimed any of my videos, but if they do come and get me, I just hope they just copyright claim all of them. Just take all the money that I've gotten from them. That's fine. Just take that, or at least take the money that I would get from them, right? But yeah, that'll be it for this video. I'm glad to be back. I mean, I've been here and there with recording. I have a lot of things coming up for class. This is my first time I've had 4 classes in school in a while, so I'm kind of settling down, kind of seeing everything is going fine or whatever. But yeah, anyway, we'll leave it there. I'm so happy you're willing to make it this far. Hopefully you're still here. I'm not just talking to myself. But anyway, we'll catch you next time, and we'll have a nice day. We will have a nice day, right? And we'll watch that one guy I mentioned, right? The guy that did not want to come into the door. We'll watch him next, I promise. Anyway, goodbye.